Hey Truth Seekers, welcome back, Zach here. In this video, I want to expose how the mainstream media and the US government, as well as other world governments, have over the years purposefully scared the people of this world by fearmongering the threat of atomic and nuclear weapons. This history of coded fear is evidenced here in this headline: North Korea ready to use nukes anytime. Notice the emphasis on the words anytime. If you click on the story, it takes you here. North Korea warns US it's ready to use nuclear weapons anytime. When the media emphasizes words like this, you want to go to your gematria skills. Gematria is the practice of coding numbers and words. If you're new here, I teach this skill because if you learn it, you will see through media headlines in no time. The phrase anytime has Pythagorean gematria of 33, and the atomic and nuclear weapons history is all coded by this number, a highly Masonic number, Freemasons. Notice that the words nuclear, weapon, and energy all have simple English gematria of 74. The nuclear weapons program is coded with a history of 33, 47, and 74. Notice that 47 and 74 are reflections of each other. Of the 50 states, only one has a gematria of 74, only the 33rd state, 33 and 74. This is a pairing in spirituality, science, geography, and more. I have done videos on all of these topics. If you're new here, just to give you a quick taste, the words Jesus and cross have gematria of 74. Jesus was crucified on the cross at 33. On the periodic table, the 33rd element is arsenic, something often used to kill people. It has an atomic weight of 74, and arsenic also sums to 33 in gematria. On the Saffir-Simpson scale, which is the qualifying wind speeds for a hurricane, it is 33 meters per second or 74 miles per hour for a qualifying hurricane. There's a whole lot more of this. The point is, I want you to know that this pairing of numbers is not arbitrary, and we will see more of it in history. Let's go back and look at the bombing of Hiroshima in regards to fear-mongering of atomic and nuclear weapons. It was dropped by a plane known as the Enola Gay Tibbets. It's a three-part name. Most people just call it the Enola Gay. That bomb was dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, a date with 33 numerology, that number. Also, 86 is a lot like 86. The words symbol, triangle, and pyramid have gematria of 86. Think about the symbolism of that bombing that day. A month earlier, it was the 33rd President Truman who ordered the testing of the atomic bomb for the first time on the 33rd parallel in New Mexico, the 47th state. Truman was the 33rd president. He ordered that test July 16, 1945, the date with 33 numerology in the month of July. It should be noted that Truman replaced FDR, whose last day in the White House was a date with 33 numerology, and FDR died on the 33rd parallel in Warm Springs, Georgia. Georgia has gematria of 44, like the word kill. Side point. With regards to the plane, the Enola Gay, Enola has gematria of 47, the reflection of 74. Gay has gematria of 33. And Tibbets has gematria of 77. The word Christ equals 77. Judaism equals 77. It's the American meridian that cuts through Washington, D.C. that is the 77th meridian. On 9/11, it was Flight 77 that hit the 77-foot-tall Pentagon on the 77th meridian. The only bombing that was more devastating to human life than the bombing of Hiroshima was the bombing of Dresden, the refugee camp in Germany at the end of the war. A needless bombing killing people who had not participated in combat. Dresden has the gematria of 33. If you've ever read the book Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut Jr., it's about that bombing. Last year, on July 29th, 2014, just days before the anniversary of the Hiroshima bombing, the remaining pilot who flew the Enola Gay and who dropped the bomb supposedly died at the age of 93. His name was Theodore Van Kirk, a name with 77 gematria, just like Tibbets. But his dying at age 93 is the real kicker, Truth Seeker. That plane dropped the atomic bomb, which has gematria of 93. And this number 93 is a very special number. Propaganda itself has a gematria of 93. It's entirely possible that the bombing of Hiroshima is pure propaganda that the US government, Japan government, and more conspired with. And if you wonder why that would be, just think about the economic output from the United States and Japan, who have been major trade partners ever since the close of World War II. These wars are about dollars and cents, and they are about deceiving their people and getting them to commit needless atrocities against each other that are waged by people in high places who don't have the courage to fight themselves. Truth Seeker, I want to go back and show you the 1933 definition of terrorism and how it relates to the Enola Gay. In 1933, the definition of terrorism was a system of terror, government by intimidation. Notice that is the first definition, government by intimidation. In the post 9/11 era, the era where the United States of America has become familiar to terrorism, never as it had before, at no point in this time has government by intimidation ever been introduced as a concept for terrorism. Instead, it's been told to us that it's a brown Arabic people who are mostly Muslim. That is the definition in the average U.S. citizen's head when terrorism originally began as government by intimidation. Now think about bombing cities with atomic and nuclear bombs, taking down massive skyscrapers. This is evidence of government by intimidation. This is evidence of real terrorism. Notice that terrorism and Enola Gay in Jewish gematria are identical. People think that attack was to end the war. I say that attack was to scare the living shit out of all people living from that day forward. Where I grew up in Portland, Oregon, also across the river in Vancouver, Washington, on the other side of the Columbia River, people who were growing up in the Cold War have bomb shelters in their backyard everywhere. And I'm sure that's true in other parts of the nation, but we're out here on the West Coast. A lot of fear-mongering out here, just there was everywhere. Anyway, it just shows you the reality people were living with. They were building bomb shelters like commonplace in their backyard throughout the Cold War. This is the evidence of what happened from that bombing. This is government by intimidation. With regards to September 11th, the word terrorist has gematria of 142, and the 9/11 attacks lasted 102 minutes, or an hour and 42, a lot like 142. And with regards to United States of America, it has gematria of 102, just like how long these attacks lasted, introducing terrorism to the United States on a new level. The History Channel put out a documentary called 102 Minutes That Changed America. Notice that minutes that changed America have gematria of 116, like 911 upside down. This is all part of a sick joke that is waged against us from so many sources at once. These are all Masonic sources. Think about the phrase, it is the victors who write history. History and Freemason have Pythagorean gematria of 42, and the word victor has gematria of 33, like the highest degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry. And with regards to 9/11 and the number 33, where we began, those buildings lasted from 68 to 2001, a span of 33 years. That same year, 68, is the year 911 was made the National Emergency Dialing Code. Again, the gematria of these important words: nuclear weapon energy 74. The World Trade Centers were on the 74th meridian. The numbers 33 and 74 often have times to do with sacrifice. As I explained in the beginning, Jesus crucified on the cross at 33. Jesus and cross equals 74. Joshua, the English translation of Jesus, equals 74. Yeshua equals 74. Messiah equals 74. And a whole lot more. Here's another good one from recently. This is from March of this year when they were saying the 47 Republican traitors working against this Iran deal. Iran has gematria of 42 as well, Truth Seeker. You talk about another puppet government participating in the hoax. If you doubt me, please go watch my video on the 444-day Iranian hostage crisis. Another hoax by the numbers. But anyway, 47, the word Republican has gematria of 47, just like Whig, which is the party that became Republicans, plus 47 is the reflection of 74. And in this society, truth seeker, we have stooges go before us who make these lies seem very real. They tell them on the TV, on the radio, in magazines and books. Look at this. Here's headlines from CNN about the upcoming Republican debate. Notice they give us the symbol of a triangle. And recall that Fox News' debate for the Republicans was on August 6th, the anniversary date of the bombing of Hiroshima. Again, the word symbol, triangle, pyramid, republic, all gematria of 86. Here's CNN's headline from today about the upcoming debate. Crucial time for candidates with a plane in the background. The media sure loves to hoax us with planes, and think about 9/11. Crucial time for candidates has gematria of 116, the 911 upside down. We're living through a sick joke is what I'm trying to show you. If there are any big explosions and they blame it on nukes, just know it wasn't North Korea, Iran, whoever they say. It was this same gang that has done all of this throughout history. They are a gang that laughs at us every day, and CNN, I think, has the biggest belly laughs of all. Look at this headline that's up there right now, the Golden Age. I'm talking to my truth seekers a lot about how they're coding 58. Here's maybe a possible clue what it's all about. The Golden Age has gematria 58, just like United States has gematria connections to 58. With regards to 40, Reagan was the 40th president, previously the 33rd governor of California. Ronald Reagan, the name sums to 110, just like the word president. Just like on 9/11, it was the 110-story World Trade Centers that fell to the ground and were blamed on Osama bin Laden. And Osama bin Laden, 110. He was the biggest boogeyman since Adolf Hitler. Another person with 110 gematria. Adolf Hitler came to power in 33. The word Nazis has gematria of 33. Adolf Hitler born on the 110th day of the year, April 20th. This is how we have been hoaxed all throughout history, truth seeker, by the numbers. This is what I want people to wake up to. Adolf Hitler, the small way, equals 56. He died a week after turning 56. He was born in and died in April, the month with 56 gematria. A history of numbers, truth seeker, put before our eyes every day. Just know who the real fearmongers are. Know who the real culprits are that are responsible. All right, until next time.